Hello and welcome. Adita Lang here, and in today's strength and bodyweight class, we're going to be focusing on posture and core. All of us look great every day, all day long. What do you think? I think that's wonderful. So with that said, you are going to need a mat and some tubing, a nice cleared out area, nothing to get into your way, water close by, you'll take breaks when you need to, and work at a pace that's comfortable to you. But can we just step touch for now? Nice casual step touch, walking forward and moving yourself back. Abdominals are solid, your shoulders are pinned back. Remember, this class is about posture, so let's really work it. Shoulders are back and down, abs are in tight. And here's what I want you to think about. I want you to envision your shoulder blades pressed back towards your back pockets. So that means it really pulls your chest up, and that's where we need to be for neutral spine. Move forward again. And move back. Now toe tap here, reaching the arms forward. Abdominals are solid. Now, let's shift weight from one leg to the other. And as you do that, I want you to pull your abdominals in even more. One more, and step touch. Move yourself forward, and move yourself back. And move forward. And move back. Toe taps. Abdominals nice and tight. And shift your weight, pulling up through the hip, using the breath. One last time, step touch here, moving forward, and move back. Let's do that again. Move forward, and move back. Toe taps here. Shift the weight side to side. And bring yourself back to toe taps. This time reaching across the chest for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold to the left, down and up. Roll through the back foot. One more. Hold yourself here, lunge forward, just bending that front knee, chest is tall, shoulders are back, heel is into the floor, stretching out your calf. Now, step the foot in, pull up the front leg, deep breath, and as you exhale, bend the right leg, press the tailbone back and hinge. And release, feet out. Go back around again. To the sides, you got 4 more. Now 3. Here's 2. And 1. Hold yourself here. Roll through the foot. Inhale and exhale. 3 more. And 2. Now 1. Hold yourself down. Chest is tall. Deep breath. Exhale. Now step the foot in. Straighten the front leg and bend the left leg. Tailbone back. Hinging. Inhale. Exhale. And center, deep breath up. And exhale, one side right here. And bring yourself center, other side. And come center, take just the hands and stretch your hands towards me. Spine stays in neutral. Release the hands one more time, stretch the hands towards me. And release both hands behind the back, stretch them back and hold. And release. So, first things first. I'm going to save the toughest for the beginning. That way we get it over with. I think that's good. Now, I want you to find a focal point or something to hold on to. Now, if you're holding on to something, we're going to work one arm at a time, and you'll do 5 and 5. If you're not, you're going to work both arms. But I want you to balance on one leg. Abs are in nice and tight, and shoulders squeeze back and release. Now, this forces you to use your core, your abdominals, and work on your posture all at the same time. I know, it's tough, but we can do this. And if you're holding on to something, count 5 on one side, and then 5 on the other. 3 more, and 2, now 1. Oh, okay. For our next tough act, we have the other leg. That leg is going to come up. Find your focal point. Arms up. Same thing. If you're going to hold on to something, you'll do 5 and 5. Shoulders come up and they go back and down. Up and back and down. Again, up, back and down. Full inhale, full exhale. Up, back and down. 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake that out. Okay. Are you ready? One last round. That's it. That's the toughest part of today, I promise. Okay? Find your focal point. You've got this. Now, if you're going to hold on to something, please hold on gingerly. That means lightly. I don't want you gripping for dear life. I want you to utilize the muscles of your standing leg. That's more important. Abs in nice and tight, arms out, and squeeze your shoulder blades back. Full inhale, full exhale. Take your time, slow down a little bit. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, the other side. Arms go up. Ready? Find your balance. Shoulders go up, back and down. Up, back and down. Full inhale, full exhale. Up, back and down. 5, 4, I gotta use all my toes on my stabilizing leg. 3, 2, one more, and 1. Excellent job. Okay, can we have some tubing? Now, here's how we're gonna do this. You have one foot in front. I'll turn this way. That way you can see me good. Chest is up nice and tall. Now, my band is very long, so I'm gonna have to really grab into my band. So I'm just holding myself here. My legs aren't doing anything. Chest is up tall, but I'm going to hinge. Now, remember what we did with the retraction? So you're squeezing your shoulders back? We're gonna do that with a row. So you squeeze one retraction, one back row, release the back row, release the shoulders up, pull back, down, and down. It feels like you're doing 4 things, and that's okay. Shoulders back, pull, release, let go of the shoulders. Abs are in tight, and you're in a hinge. We have 4 more. This is 3. Here's 2. 1 more. Excellent. Now letting that foot go. I'm an equal opportunity tubing stabilizer type person, so we have to use both legs, basically. Abs are in solid. Now, this time, up nice and tall, you're gonna hinge again, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our arms out to the sides. Think about your tailbone going back, abdominals are solid. Full inhale, full exhale. As the arms go up, it gets tough, and I need you to pull the abdominals in even tighter. Working the back of the shoulders. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. We've got the other side. Now, are you ready? Change those feet. Once again, grabbing into your tubing. You want it to be resisted. You're up on the toe, body's up tall, deep breath. Now hinge from here. What are we gonna do? Shoulder retraction, back row, release, and release the shoulder retraction. Retract, back row. It's 4 things. Squeeze, and down. Again, squeeze back, pull, let go. You have 5 more. Here's 4. And squeeze back, 3. And back, it's 2. And up, 1 more. And release. We have the other leg. Do you remember what we did? I hope so. Stabilizing underneath that foot. Again, we're going to hinge forward, abdominals are nice and tight, and press straight out. Using the breathing, up and down. Keeping neutral spine. You're hinging, 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let that tubing go. We're going to put it to the side for a minute. Now here's what I want you to do. I'll turn sideways so you can see me. Feet are about hip distance apart. You're hinging from the hips. That's all we're going to do. Bend the knees slightly. Bring your arms up a genie. And we're going to hinge and hinge. Notice how from the tip of my head to my tailbone, there's no movement. I am bending at my hip. That is your goal. That is the hinge. Every time we say hinge, that's what we're talking about. Abdominals are very tight. Full inhale, full exhale. 5 and 4, 3. Here's 2, 1 more. And 1. Bring yourself up. Let's bring our mat out. This is also a great time to grab some water. Keep the tubing. I think we might use that again. Taking both feet forward. Remember the hinge, right? So your feet are about hip distance, and you're going to hinge forward so you feel the stretch in the hamstrings. Deep breath, and exhale. Crossing one foot on the knee. Again, inhale and exhale. And the other leg, same thing. Deep breath and exhale. So now coming forward, knees are slightly bent, chest is up, arms here, and we're going to hinge back and forward. Abdominals are tight, same thing, same principle, from the tip of my head to my hip joint, nothing moves. Abdominals are very tight, and they get tighter as I move through the hinge. Four more. 3 and 2. Now 1. Oh, can have a butterfly stretch. Can never get too many butterfly stretches. Deep breath. Exhale. And come center. Taking yourself to the side and rolling back to the floor. Both knees are going to come into the chest. And we're going to take the arms out to the sides. Legs are up. And here's what I want you to think about. Knees are slightly bent. So let's keep this just the way it is. And slowly allow your legs to go over to the right, yet keeping the left shoulder on the floor. And the minute I can't hold the shoulder anymore, I'm going to squeeze my abdominals and take the legs to the other side. Using your breathing. And the legs are not going to go all the way to the floor. So I know sometimes we think that if the movement is bigger, we're going to get more advantages from that. That's not the case here. The case here is to use your abdominals at just the right time, right now. Squeeze them really tight to move the legs. That's the key to this. You have 4 more. And 3. 2. And 1. Come center, knees into the chest and hold. Both feet to the floor, hands behind the head. And just give me a basic crunch. So from here, hold the weight of your head. Think of the rib cage and squeeze them in tight. And then slowly release. And squeeze. So that contraction of the rib cage is what actually lifts your head and your arms and your shoulders up off the floor. Use your breathing. 5, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Are you ready? Arms back out again. Feet up, knees bent. Keeping the shoulders against the floor no matter what. Tighten up those abdominals. The minute the legs move, you squeeze the abdominals, and then you squeeze them tighter when you're lifting the legs back up. 3 more. And 2. Last one to both sides. And back to center. Feet on the floor, hands behind the head. Holding the weight of the head and squeezing from the rib cage. Full inhale, full exhale. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pulling the knees in one more time. Give yourself a little figure 4 stretch, one of my favorites. And switch legs. And release. We're going to sit back up here. Taking the legs forward, tubing in hand. Now, here's the goal. The chest is up, the abdominals are in, shoulders are back and down. I want you to pull this elbow back, trying to keep your torso steady. So you're going to pull like a bow and arrow, and pull. Both shoulders are down and back. The abdominals are solid. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The other side. Abdominals in. Rest back. So one arm is your stabilizer. Notice how my front arm, it doesn't bend. It just stays in one spot. Both shoulders are down and back. And I'm opening up the elbow to the side 90 degrees. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now we're going again, but this time the arm is up. So one arm is up, chest is up tall. If you want to change the positioning of your feet, you can. The key is neutral spine. Abdominals are nice and tight. And this time I want you, it's like a circle. You're going to pull the elbow up and around and back up. Up and around. Now, shoulders are both down and back. Abdominals are solid, because believe it or not, you're still getting a lot of core exercise from this, just from stabilizing your torso. Five, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. The other side. I'll take this guy to the other side. There we go. Okay, are you ready? Abs are in tight. Pull down and around. Down and around. Chest is tall. Abdominals are solid. Full inhale, full exhale. And you have 5, 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Bring that down. We're going to do that again. Starting from the front. Chest is nice and tall. Pull back. Keeping the torso parallel to me. The abdominals very tight and your spine is in neutral. 5, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. The other side. Ready? Here we go. Abs are tight and pull. Using your breathing, both shoulders are down and back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, here we go. Lat pull down. Abdominals very tight, using your resistance band. Now, here's what I want you to think about with the resistance band. Is my right arm is controlling the amount of resistance in my left arm, which means that the more tubing I give my left arm, the easier it is, and the less tubing my left arm has, the harder it is. So think about that as you're adjusting your tubing. 2 more, 1 more, and release. The other side, abdominals are in tight, and press down. Inhale and exhale. Making sure you have enough resistance. Keeping that torso upright and that neutral spine. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. A great time to grab some water. And we're going the other way around here. Are you ready? Now, coming down onto the elbows, backing your knees up, and creating a nice straight line from the knees to the shoulders. Now pulling up from the abdominals, so very important, and looking down, keeping that neck in alignment. Left leg contracts from the glute and releases. And as I'm contracting that glute, I'm also pulling up from my abdominals. Three more, 2, and 1. Readjust your posture, abdominals are in tight, and the other leg, same thing. Contract the glute. Pulling up from the abdominals. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, staying here from the same position, leading with your left leg, we're going to come up to a plank and come back down to the knees and up. Now, every time we extend the legs, you want to squeeze the abdominals more, lifting up from that navel. Four more. And 3. Here's 2. Last one. Separating those knees and just stretching back. Now we have one more round. Coming down, backing up the knees. Are you ready? Abdominals are pulled in tight and contract the glutes. Keeping all 3 points that are on the floor with the same amount of weight. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other side. And squeeze, pulling in the abdominals. Four more. 3, 2, and 1. Come center. Guess what? We're doing the plank, leading with the right leg, up and down. Attempting to not move the torso at all, so it remains in neutral. Abdominals are very tight when you extend the legs. 5 more. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Separating your knees, stretch back. And bring yourself around. Taking both arms behind the back and stretch them all the way back. Chest is up tall. Big deep breath and exhale. And release one arm across the chest. And the other side. We're going to move this band out to the side here, taking both feet a little wider than your hips, not too much. Tailbone is into the ground, chest is up tall, arms are out to the side. Now, here's the trick. The key is not to move from your shoulders. The key is to move from the very center of your spine. So keep that in mind. Chest is up, shoulders are back and down. You're going to turn to the left and reach that right arm over and center, and then turn. And it's a hinge, it's a side hinge. So you're keeping neutral spine, you're twisting from the spine, and the shoulders just go along for the ride. Now every time you reach, I want you to pull in your abdominals even more and keep the hinge. So the hinge means you're bending from the hip and not the middle of your back. Take note. I want you to notice what you're doing. Make sure you're doing it right. I have to really concentrate because many times I try to move and turn from my shoulders and not the middle of my spine. So I'm really trying to think about it. One more on each side. And center into a butterfly stretch, deep breath, and exhale. Extending one leg out, the other leg into a figure 4, big deep breath, and exhale, hinge forward. And now pull the knee up and turn. And release the other side. Hinge forward. And bring the knee up and turn. Now bring both legs in and just give yourself a nice side stretch. Pushing the left hip into the floor as the left arm goes up and over. And the other side, right hip stays into the floor. And come center, deep breath. Exhale, turn to one side, pulling the left elbow back as much as you can. And center, other side, right elbow goes back. Chest is tall. We're going to do that one more time. Come center, turn left. Left elbow goes back. And center, right side. And center, chin to chest. Hold yourself here. And release the arms. Shoulders come up, back, and around. Big circle all the way up and around. One more, holding both shoulders down, interlacing the hands and just stretching the hands forward like we did at the beginning. And now just bring the arms up and back. Hold and release. One more time, stretch the arms forward, keeping that neutral spine, and arms go up and back. And release. Taking the arms forward and giving yourself a circle with the wrist. Releasing the forearms a bit. And now the other side, all the way around. And taking the hands together, deep breath, and exhale, fingertips down, feeling that stretch of the forearms. Release, inhale, and exhale. And taking both arms out, pull them back as far as they can go, and then slightly hinge forward to give yourself a shoulder and chest stretch. Release into a virtual hug. And press the arms out again. And the other side. And let your arms go. Thank you so much for joining me in today's class. Be sure that you continue to drink water throughout the day. Of course, relish in wonderful fruits and vegetables.